Hey there guys, before we start our game today, I kind of want to show you something. I was talking last time about the standings and how difficult they are to show. I mean, here you go. This is your OOTP screen. You can see it right here underneath my head, right? Dodgers are at 40 and 19. We're at 29 and 20. As bad as we've been and as much as I've complained, we've only lost 20 games so far this season, but we've played so few. The Dodgers have played so many games more than we have that that's what's creating this 6-game gap. You can see that the Giants actually are 5.5 behind, but behind us in terms of winning percentage. We can go over here to check the standings on this screen. Again, it's not going to display so well for you, and it looks very much the same. All of this is fine. The part that I don't understand is as soon as I click on continue play game here, and we can choose our lineup and all this stuff, we're taking Santana out, by the way. We're going to put Mitchell back in because he just hasn't been hitting at all. But once we go to this screen, there's no way to go back to the standings, right? There's no way to do it at all. It's poorly programmed is what the problem is. It's this is something that a baseball fan would naturally want to do in a game like this. It's not unusual to expect that a baseball fan would be interested in seeing what the standings are during the game, right? But apparently that doesn't happen in OOTP land. So there you go. If you're wondering why you don't see the standings in many of these videos, it's because it's a pain in the neck, and it's because the game is not well designed. Which is what I've been saying the entire time, right? Next time you go talk with somebody and say, oh, OOTP is the best baseball sim of all time, I want you to think about some of these problems because they're an indication that there may be some flaws with this game that people don't like talking about. Up is Lenny Dykstra against Bob Boole. Now, there's a reason why a lot of us like playing card and dice games because you don't have to deal with all this garbage. Here's Dykstra, and he hits this one up as just over the head of the shortstop for a base hit. So it's a little base hit over to short left center field. Dykstra's on at first. Up comes Mookie Wilson. That's a much more auspicious start here to the second game of this doubleheader, and Dykstra's got that stolen at 36th steal of the season for Lenny Dykstra. And it's a 0-1 count on Mookie. And that's hit over the left side, just foul. Looks fair to me. 0-2. There's a ball outside. 1-2 on Mookie. 2-2. Hit to short. Would have been a double play ball had Dykstra not stolen it. Instead, Rogers has to go to first with it, and Lenny hits third. And here comes Keith Hernandez. Hernandez hit well in that first game, takes a strike, and fouls one away. It's 0-2. That's hit over the head of the shortstop for a base hit. That's going to be 2 as that gets all the way to the wall. Hernandez with the double. That will score Dykstra, and it's 1-0 Mets already. Here comes Darryl Strawberry. Ball outside, 1-0 to Strawberry, and that's low, 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1, good changeup. That does hit the inside corner, 2-2. That misses outside, full count now on Strawberry. That's a very, very weak grounder back to Boole, who throws to first. 2 away, and here comes Gary Carter. There's a strike to Gary, and a ball outside corner, 1-1. 2-1 as that misses inside. It's 3-1. I think they're pitching around him. And yep, they are, and there's ball 4. So Carter gets his 20th walk of the season. That'll bring up Ray Knight. Knight homeward in the first game of this doubleheader, and the wind is blowing out again today. Or today, later on today. There's a ball outside, 1-0. And a strike, 1-1. Outside, 2-1. And that's down the heart of the plate, 2-2. Hit over to right, that's going to hold up. Unfortunately, that'll be easy there for Altman. And so we go to the bottom of the first inning, the Cubs are facing Ron Darling today. Darling's 5-0, 2.65 ERA. He's probably the actual ace of the staff for the moment. He throws a fastball inside for a ball, 1-0. There's a strike to Brock, 1-1. And that's a ball low, 2-1 the count. Tries to bunt, that's foul, 2-2. Remember, Brock started the first game off with a bunt. Ground ball to second, that's going to be easy for Backman, throws to first, 1 away. Here's Billy Williams. There's a strike to Williams, 0-1. And that misses way inside, 1-1. Blasted to center, but Lenny's there, 2 away. George Altman. Here's a strike, fat strike to him, 0-1. That's hit over to left, but just foul. That was dangerous. 0-2 the count. And misses low, 1-2. That's going to be a base hit falling in front of Dykstra. A good piece of hitting there by Altman, and his average continues to rise. He's up to 371 now. Here comes Ernie Banks. That's hit foul to the right, or to the right side. Yep, 0-1. Oh, ground ball over to Backman, and he has it, and he boots it. So that's going to be an error, I believe. No, they're going to give Banks a single. Up comes Andre Rogers with 2 on. There's a ball low. Still 2 outs in this inning. Gets it over to right, and that's a base hit in front of Strawberry. He gets the throw in time, and he's got him nailed at the plate. So he throws Altman out of the plate. A great throw there by Darryl Strawberry, and that does it. So we go to the top of the second inning. It's still 1-0 Mets, and we were kind of fortunate on that. Here comes Kevin Mitchell. Hitting 163 is Mitchell. Fouls one away. Had that big double in the first game. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. That's hit foul to the left side. Still 0-2. There's a ball away. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss on that one that was very low. 1 away. Here comes Wally Backman. Ball low to Wally. 1-0. That's a strike in the outside corner. 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2 on Backman. That's a ground ball over to short, and Rogers had it, and he dropped it. So he commits an error. Backman's able to go to first. There's 1 away, and here comes Darling. He's going to bunt. And he misses that bunt, 0-1. Takes that high, 1-1. Go to first, nothing doing. And that's missed again, 1-2.
Strike 3.
And that's in there for strike 3. So Darling unable to do anything with that. 2 away, here comes Lenny Dykstra. Blasted to left. That is a fair ball off the wall. That's going to score Backman. Dykstra goes over to third, and he is safe. Slides in there head first. RBI triple to left field. It's 2-0 Mets. How about that? So Dykstra with the huge hit, trying to get those frustrations out from that first game of the doubleheader. Here comes Wilson, and he takes a curve low, 1-0. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. I'm looking. That's low again, 2-1 the count. Foul the way, it's 2-2. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. So Bull got Wilson to strike out, but the Mets do get another one back. We go now to the bottom of the second inning. It's a 2-0 lead here for the Mets. Here comes Ron Santo. There is a strike, high strike, 0-1. And that fastball is high, 1-1 the count. Hit to left and deep, but playable there for Wilson. 1 away. Ken Hubbs now. It's fouled away by Hubbs. 0-1 the count. Fouled away to the right side that time. It's 0-2. Hit over to right. Just foul. 0-2. It remains. Changeup is just low. 1-2. Hard pitch to take. Curve is away 2-2, so Darling's hitting these corners. Fouled away again. That's way low. Full count. Fouled away again. Swing just got a piece of that one. The count remains full. And there's ball 4 low and away. So Hubbs draws the walk. Darling trying to be a little bit too cute around the corners, and that'll bring up Tuno Barragan. Let me know how to say his name because I'm not going to get this one right. 0-1 is the count to him, and there's another swing and a miss. It's 0-2. That slider misses. 1-2 the count. And that's a line drive over first base. That's going to be a double there for Barragan. Strawberry's throw hits the cutoff man, but the run scores, and he winds up with a triple. RBI double, and he ends up moving to third base on that throw home. A bad throw there by Strawberry. It's a 2-1 game. Kind of an odd decision there by Darryl, not hitting the cutoff man. So the infield will come in with Bull at the plate, and he takes the ball away, 1-0. Swings and fouls that one away. It's 1-1. There's another strike, 1-2. That's ball 2 low. So Bull swinging, not bunting, hits this one over to Dykstra in center. Lenny makes the catch and then throws home, and it's a great throw. That'll nail the runner. Mets have thrown 2 outs at the plate so far in this game. We go to the top of the third inning now. It's a 2-1 lead here for the Mets. This has been remarkable. Here comes Keith Hernandez. There's a strike fastball, 0-1. That misses inside, 1-1. Oh, ground ball over to first. Banks gets that, goes to the bag, 1 away. Here comes Darryl. Ball low and inside, 1-0. Oh, ground ball over to third, and it's going to be Santo making the play. Throws to first, 2 away, and here comes Gary Carter. Carter takes a ball high, 1-0. Hit over to right, and that's going to be foul, 1-1. There's a curve low, 2-1 the count. Hit over to left, that is deep, and it's a diving catch there by Williams, a great play. We go to the bottom of the third inning, and the Mets are holding on to this 2-1 lead. Up comes Lou Brock. Swing and a miss by Brock, 0-1. And that is low, 1-1. That's a little comebacker to Darling, who throws to first for the out, 1 away. Up now, Billy Williams, 1 out, bottom of the third, 2-1 Mets. Williams hits this fly ball over to right, and that's going to be fouled. Slices away, 0-1. There's a ball inside, 1-1 the count. There's a strike, it's 1-2. Low, 2-2, just misses low. Ground ball back to Darling, throws to first, 2 away, and here comes George Altman. Popped up, and that'll be easily playable there for Carter. He's got that for the out. And so we go to the top of the fourth inning. It's a 2-1 lead for the Mets. Here comes Ray Knight. There's a ball low to Ray, 1-0. Popped up, that's going to be who wants it? The second baseman Hubbs, 1 away. Kevin Mitchell comes up, he's 0 for 1. Fouls that away, 0-1. Fouled away again, it's 0-2. There's a ball low, 1-2. Ground ball to third, a great play by Santo, throws to first. 2 away, here comes Wally Backman. There's a strike in the outside corner, 0-1 to Wally. That's hit deep to center, but it's going to be playable. Brock makes the catch for the out. And so we go now to the bottom of the fourth inning. And it is a 2-1 lead still for the Mets. Here's Ernie Banks. Popped up. Right side. Maybe a play for Hernandez. He has it for the out. 1 away. Here comes Andre Rogers. There's a strike. Good breaking ball. 0-1. Blasted to center. Lenny Dykstra going, but can't get there in time. That's a base hit that falls in front of him, and he's going for 2. And he's got it. Great job there by Rogers. Good hustle, and makes it to second. That'll bring up Ron Santo with a runner in scoring position. Swing and a miss. He was late on the fastball. Then fouls that one away. 0-2. That was a changeup. High and inside. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss, and so down he goes. And there's 2 away. Big strikeout for Darling. That's his first. Here comes Ken Hubbs. He'll take a ball inside. And a curve low. 2-0. Blasted over to center. That's going to be a base hit in front of Dykstra. He fields it, throws to the plate, and it's a poor throw that gets away from everybody. Rogers ends up scoring, and Hubbs goes to second on that bad throw by Dykstra. It's a 2-2 game, and they're going to give Lenny an error. And here's a ball outside to Berrigan, and he fouls 1 away. 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2.
Strike 3.
They're called strike 3, so Darling gets his second strikeout. The damage, however, has been done. It's a 2-2 game, and we go to the top of the 5th inning, and here is Darling. He takes the ball inside, 1-0. Blasted foul, it's 1-1. Oh, inside, 2-1 the count. Ground ball over to short, easy play there for Rogers, throws to first, there's 1 away. Here comes Lenny Dykstra now, 2 for 2. Takes a strike, 0-1. There's a ball low, 1-1 the count. Inside, but called the strike, 1-2. Looked further inside than it really was. That's fouled away, 1-2. There's a changeup low, 2-2. Swing and a miss, and so down goes Lenny. There's 2 away. Here now is Mookie Wilson. Mookie takes the ball inside. He's 0 for 2 today. And a ball low, 2-0. has popped up. I think maybe playable. No, it should be out of play. 2-1. That's low. 3-1 the count. There's a strike. It's a full count now on Wilson. It's hit over to right. Looked like he popped it up, but no, it was hit deeper than I thought. Altman has that for the out. So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And it remains a 2-2 tie. Here comes Bob Boole, the pitcher for the Cubs. And he takes a strike from Darling. 0-1. There's a ball just low. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. That's ball low. 2-2. That's low again. Full count. And there's ball 4. So Darling loses him. That'll bring up Lou Brock. We'll go into double play depth. It's always a problem when you're walking the opposing pitcher, and there's a ball inside to Brock, 1-0. And it's outside, 2-0. They're sending Boole to try to score, or try to steal, sorry, and Carter throws him out easily, so it's a 2-1 count. That's bizarre. I don't understand that at all. He's had 4 stolen bases, but why? Ground ball over to second. Backman fields that and throws to first. There's 2 away, and here comes Billy Williams. That might be why the Cubs keep losing. Strike high to Williams, 0-1. Little floater over to left, and Wilson has that for the out. And so we'll go now to the top of the 6th inning. The Mets and Cubs tied at 2. Very good ball game. Here's Keith Hernandez. There's a ball low, 1-0 to Keith. And that's a strike at the knees. It's 1-1. Foul to the left side, but that's going to be easily out of play, 1-2. Hernandez hitting .351, takes a ball high, 2-2. He's 1 for 2 today. Fouled away, remains 2-2. There's a ball inside. It's a full count now on Keith. And they lost him. So Hernandez ends up drawing the walk. That'll bring up Darryl Strawberry with nobody out. And it's the danger zone. Strawberry takes a ball, 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Fouled away, 1-2 on Darryl. Down he goes. Strawberry strikes out, 1 away. Here comes Gary Carter. Ball away, 1-0 to Gary. Boy, that's blasted to right center field. That baby's gone in a hurry. Carter hits another home run, 419 feet away, and it's a 4-2 lead now for the Mets. Top of the 6th inning, Gary Carter with a big home run. And this looks a lot different than that first game that we just played. It's 4-2 Mets. Carter with his 11th home run this season, getting his 33rd RBI. He's 1 for 2 now today. And here comes Ray Knight. Knight homered in the first game of this doubleheader. And he takes a strike, 0-1. Good pitch. There's a ball inside, 1-1. Ground ball over to short, and it's going to be Rogers who fields that, throws to first. 2 away. Don Elston, by the way, came in. I think he came in after the home run. He's currently the pitcher. He's up against Kevin Mitchell, another right-handed pitcher. Mitchell fouls this away, 0-1. There's a swing and a miss, 0-2. Mitchell looked bad on that. There's a ball low, 1-2 the count, hitting at 157. That's hit over to left, and that's a base hit, and that lands in front of Williams. So Mitchell gets his base hit. That'll bring up Wally Backman here with 2 away, top of the 6th, and that's hit to right. Base hit lands in front of the right fielder Altman, and so Backman now aboard, and here comes Darling. We'll let Darling hit for himself, and there's a ball low, 1-0 to Ron. As blasted foul, it's 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Popped up and away, still 1-2. Little ground ball over to third. Throw to first base by Santos in time. And so we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Mets scored 2, threatened to score more, but it didn't quite work out. Here comes George Altman against Ron Darling. Darling with 73 pitches is holding up fairly well, and there's a strike to Altman. Of course, Altman a tough customer. There's a ball outside, 1-1. Altman now hitting .369. Fouled away, it's 1-2. There's strike 3 down the heart of the plate. 1 away, here comes Ernie Banks. There's a strike to the knees to Ernie, 0-1. The ball high and tight, 1-1. Change up low, 2-1 the count. It's wrapped up the middle for a base hit. So Banks ends up getting at least something done. And there's a runner on at first base with 1 out. Up is Andre Rogers, and this is where we've been struggling. 7th hit of the game for the Cubs. The Mets have not been getting quite as many. There's a strike, and Banks bluffs stealing, and that's hit over to right field, but foul. 0-2 now on Rogers. That's a ball just high, 1-2. Inside, 2-2 the count. It's fouled away. Inside again, it's a full count. And that's low, so Darling has walked another one. He's now walked 3. It'll bring up Ron Santo. Darling now at 88 pitches. Try to get him out of this inning, I think. There's a ball outside to Ron. There's a ground ball over to short, and Mitchell goes to second for 1 and back on to first for the double play. Santo not a fast runner, and it really cost him there. So we go to the top of the 7th inning, and it's a 4-2 lead still for the Mets. Here comes Lenny Dykstra. There's a strike outside corner to Lenny, 0-1. That's going to be hit foul to the left side, 0-2. 2 for 3 is Lenny. Fouled away. There's a knuckle curve low, 1-2. A tough pitch to take. Misses way inside, 2-2. Comes inside him again, and it's fouled. Still 2-2. There's a ground ball over to second, and it's going to be Hubs throwing to first, 1 away. Here comes Mookie. Wilson hitting now 291. He's been cold. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Another swing and a miss, 0-2. And he looked really bad on that one, striking out on 3 straight pitches. 2 away, and here comes Hernandez. There's a strike on the corner, 0-1 to Keith. That's fouled away, 1-1. Outside. 1-2 now, I'm sorry. There's a swing and a miss, and down he goes. And so that does it for the Mets in the top of the 7th. Nothing to show them. And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Ron Darling stays in this game, pitching now to Ken Hubs. And there's a strike to Hubs, 0-1. And that fastball's low, 1-1 the count. That was elevated, 1-2, swing and a miss. Fouled away, remains 1-2. That's right down the middle for strike 3. Good curveball. 4th strikeout for Ron. Here comes Berrigan again. Fouls that away. 0-1. He's hitting 140, but he's 1 for 2 today. That's Love giving up base hits to men who don't hit well. There's another strike. It's 0-2. Outside. 1-2 the count. Blasted up the middle. Into the gap or left center field, and that's going to be another double. So Berrigan has been rocking Darling all over the park, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Don Elston. You got to believe that they're going to bunt, and so we'll bring the infield in. 4-2 game. There's a strike, curveball a little bit high, 0-1. Fouled away, it's 0-2. Maybe they won't bunt. Ball inside, 1-2. And there's strike 3 down the heart of the plate. That's the 5th strikeout for Darling. 2 away, here comes Lou Brock. There's a strike to Lou at the knees. Fouled away, 0-2 now on Brock. This is inside, 1-2. Ground ball to the left side. Knight has that and throws to first. And so we go to the top of the 8th inning. It is a 4-2 lead here for the Mets. And here comes Darryl Strawberry against Don Elston. Ball low to Darryl, 1-0. There's a strike inside corner, 1-1. Low, 2-1 on Straw. It's 3-1. He'll take this one. That's a strike of the knees. It's a full count on Strawberry. That's outside. So Elston walks his first batter of the game. And here comes Gary Carter. There's a strike of the knees, 0-1. Throw to first. Strawberry's not doing anything. There he goes. He's got this one stolen. So the 12th steal of the season for Strawberry. It's an 0-2 count on Carter. Mets are stealing like they're the 85 Cardinals. 0-2 count. That's hit deep to left, and that just has enough on it to get out. Another home run for Gary Carter makes this a 6-2 ball game. Mets have been playing long ball both games of this doubleheader, but especially here in the second one. 6-2, and today that is the second home run for Gary Carter, and man, he is hot. Here comes Ray Knight. No outs, top of the 8th. Don Cardwell will be the new pitcher for the Cubs, and he throws a ball there to Knight. Cardwell 2-9 this season with a 4.36 ERA, so they're using their starters in relief. There's a ball inside, 2-0. That's a little dribbler in front of the plate. Knight not a great runner. Berrigan throws to first, 1 away. Here's Kevin Mitchell. The ball low to Kevin, 1-0. Fouled away, it's 1-1. He's hitting 173 now. That's low, 2-1 the count. Misses inside, it's 3-1. We'll have him take this pitch, and that misses completely. So Mitchell goes to first, and Cardwell's really struggling already. Here comes Wally Backman. And that's up and in to him, 1-0. Throw to first, nothing happened. Another throw to first. Low and inside with that curveball, 2-0 the count. That misses again, it's 3-0. And that is a strike. Boy, that was a big wiffle ball curve, 3-1. There's another fastball for a strike, it's a full count. Little ground ball over to short, and the shortstop Rogers fields it, throws over to second, but it's a bad throw. That one goes wild. So the Mets now with runners on at first and second, and here comes Ron Darling. And I think we just swing away. There's a ball low, 1-0. They're in on the corners. Swing and a miss, it's 1-1. Swing and popped up. That's out of play. 1-2 now the count. And pops up a bunt, and Banks runs up there and grabs that one before it falls down. 2 away, and here comes Lenny Dykstra, 2-1. There's a strike outside corner, and a ball, 1-1. Low and away, it's 2-1 on Dykstra. And that should do it. It's a ground ball to Hubbs, who throws to first. But the Mets do wind up with 2 in that inning. And so we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's a 6-2 lead for the Mets, and we're going to let Darling stay in. Here's Williams, who takes a strike, 0-1. Fouled away, it's 0-2. Swing and a miss, down he goes. 6 strikeouts now for Darling. Here comes George Altman. Fouled away, it's 0-1. There's a strike, 0-2. It's fouled to the left side, 0-2 the count remains. That's popped up. Going to be playable there for the second baseman Backman, 2 away, and here comes Ernie Banks. There's a ball low to Banks, 1-0. That's fouled to the left side, 1-1. Fouled to the right side that time, 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. So Darling's looking really good. We go to the top of the 9th inning, and it's a... there we go. It's a 6-2 lead here for the Mets. Up first, Mookie Wilson, who's cold, as we've said, and he takes a strike a little bit high and inside, 0-1. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. There's a ball inside, 1-2 on Mookie. And that's low, 2-2. Swing and a miss, down he goes. I tell you, Wilson struck out a lot. And I'm a little bit confused about that because he wasn't known for being a guy who struck out a lot. 1 away, and here's Keith Hernandez taking a ball low and outside. And that is wrapped over the head of the first baseman for a single over to right field. So Hernandez gets aboard. Here once again is Darryl Strawberry. 8th hit of the game for the Mets is all. And there's a strike, letter high, 0-1 to Darryl. There's a slider high and away, 1-1. And that's outside, 2-1. This is low and inside, 3-1 the count. There's the strike, full count now in Strawberry. And that's low, so they walk Strawberry again. That'll bring up Gary Carter. Carter already with 2 home runs today, now is 35 driven in. There's a ball inside, 1-0. That was a real juicy pitch, he fouled that away, 1-1. There's a strike, letter high, 1-2.
Strike 3.
That's strike 3 called in the other outer half of the plate. That did get the corner. The 2 away, and here comes Ray Knight with 2 on. There's a strike in the knees, 0-1. And that's low, 1-1 the count. That changeup misses high, 2-1. Fouled away, so now 2-2 on Knight. It was outside. He went chasing after it and popped it up, and that'll be caught there by the catcher. Foul territory. And so we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. 6-2 Mets. Let's see if Darling can hold on. Here's Andre Rogers, and he'll take a strike in the outside corner. 0-1. And it's in the inside corner. It's 0-2. Blasted to center. The Dykstra goes back and gets that for the out. 1 away. Ron Santo now. There's a ball outside. Fork ball. 1-0. Popped up. And it's going to be playable for Mitchell. 2 away. Here comes Ken Hubbs. There's a strike to Hubbs. 0-1. That's outside. 1-1 the count. Outside again. 2-1. 3-1, so Darling's starting to fall apart a little bit here. Fouled away. It's a full count now on Hubbs. And that's low for ball 4. And so up now comes Kuno Berrigan. Brenner on at first. He's 2 for 3. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. There's a ball low. 1-1. That's way outside. 2-1 the count. 3-1 as that's outside. And that's inside again. 5th walk now given up by Darling. That'll bring up a pinch hitter, Dick Bertel. It's a ball outside. And that's low for ball 2. And it's golfed over to left, but Wilson's there to make the catch for the out. And so Darling does get the complete game. He advances now, I think, to 6-0. Mets win this one 6-2. 8 hits for both teams, 2 errors for the Cubs, 1 for the Mets. But it was the long ball that helped the Mets win this one. And if we play more like this, I think we do still have a chance here in the National League. We want to see more games like this with a lot of hitting and good pitching. Ron Darling coming through, and he's becoming the ace of the staff now since Gooden hasn't been pitching that well, and Sid Fernandez has been really cold. So final score again, 6-2 Mets. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.